All right, we are rolling. Good afternoon at the time of this recording. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Stalin, the soft-spoken gamer, and today I'm really excited about this video because I have anticipated the subject of this video, the game we'll be discussing today, for a long time. I am a new fan of this series. It's all very new to me. And the game that I'm talking about is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Now, today will not be a discussion of the actual game. I actually won't have any gameplay to show you. But I do have the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Deluxe Edition. This is one of the most sought-after deluxe editions that I've ever seen released. It retailed for $99.99. Thank God I was able to snag a copy at that price, because now it's currently selling for about $140 on eBay, which isn't bad considering its availability at regular retailers, but it's $40 more than retail. Now the other box behind me is my first Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy 16. This is the deluxe edition that I purchased last year. I was really excited. I know that there are those in the Final Fantasy community that don't necessarily consider it a true Final Fantasy, and I know that there are very many avid fans like myself who consider it to have been their game of the year for 2023. So I loved it. I loved that they went the real-time action combat route and and honestly I don't even want to get into it. I'll save it all for another video. But the reason it's important is because I started playing Final Fantasy VII Remake just to prepare myself for the narrative stylings of Final Fantasy and perhaps even some of the gameplay through lines that may exist. And Final Fantasy VII, the Remake series, has chosen this hybrid battle system, which to me is the perfect blend of what a lot of you love, which is the turn-based action and then the real-time action that I love. You also might be taken aback by the fact that I never played a Final Fantasy before that. I was born in '96. The original Final Fantasy VII, which some consider to be the greatest Final Fantasy of all time. Some also would say 8 or 6, I've heard. But Final Fantasy VII originally released in '97 on the PlayStation 1 system. My first console was a hand-me-down Nintendo 64. Shout out to my cousin. And then my next console was the original Xbox, and then the first console that I paid money for myself when I was 13, I bought an Xbox 360. Final Fantasy 13 released on the 360, but unfortunately I never played it. I think I was a bit intimidated by, the staples of a JRPG. I knew it was lengthy. I knew the battle system might be a little bit more complex than the button mashy type of person that I was at the time. Now I regret never picking it up because, there are many of you on Reddit that are hoping that one day 13 will get remade, and I hope it does too. But until then, I'll probably just have to track down a 360. But enough lollygagging. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video, the unboxing. Thank you guys so much again for joining me. If you could please like and subscribe. This is a positive outlet for me. The words in this video are actually probably the first words that I've spoken out loud all day today. I'm off work today and I've really just been enjoying silence. I watched a little bit of podcasts, but I haven't played anything today. I will probably show some Final Fantasy VII Remake gameplay in the back half of this video after the unboxing is over. But I hope you guys enjoy. Just gonna do a little bit of tapping. Defy destiny together. Cloud and his comrades escape the city of Magar in pursuit of the fallen hero Sephiroth. As they travel across the world, they find themselves on a journey that will decide the fate of the planet. While making this video, I realized I don't have a personal knife. I don't even keep a letter opener. This knife is from my kitchen. It's got a good weight to it though. If you pay attention to my hands, you can see me about to do something that could be considered reckless, and you can see me considering whether or not it's a reckless thing to do. I thought it was going to open from the top, but it actually opens from the side. Just trying to be very careful how I handle it. I knew what would be in here. Yes. See, now we can get into the true meat and potatoes. Steelbook cover with Zack and Cloud Cloud's looking a little bit lifeless there. We have the Buster Sword on the back. 2 materia slots in that Buster Sword. This is the retail cover of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, featuring Cloud, Sephiroth, and Zack from left to right. 2-disc offering. I think it's somewhere around 160 gigabytes total. Yeah, the 160 gigabyte minimum. I will have to make some room. The idea is that I'm going to finish Final Fantasy VII Remake, and then I'll have room for 160 gigabytes of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Again, this is a raw unboxing, and that was not the smoothest removal of the plastic wrap. I really wanted to show you guys the disc, but I just couldn't bring myself to move it yet. But maybe I'll put the image up of what it is. I think it's really cool that they printed this image across 2 discs. I like 2 discs. I don't mind it. If the game is that big that it requires 2 discs, I'm the person who will appreciate that you even press this game onto a disc. So I think having 2 discs is really cool, and I think it was really cool that they made that a part of the initial marketing in the trailers. They were like, on 2 discs, coming February 2024. The Art of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm very excited for this one. There's actually quite a bit of content in it. I don't want to say content. There's a lot of art here. There are some written blurbs here and there that I can't wait to get into, but the images on display here are wonderful. That's Red 13 on the left. I don't know who that is at the very top, but fully rendered images. Cloud. That is a very cool character design. It's an iconic design. Barrett is one of my favorite characters so far in Remake. I'm only 8 chapters into Remake, so I'm honestly barely familiar with Cloud, Barret, Tifa. I'm on a mission with Aerith right now. I haven't yet been introduced to Yuffie. I don't want to go through everything in here, but there's quite a bit in the art book. Sephiroth himself, another iconic design. But yeah, there's a lot in this book, so. And here's the piece that I'm probably going to spend the most time with, and that is the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth mini soundtrack. The full soundtrack is probably multiple discs. The Final Fantasy 16 soundtrack was 8 discs, but it's really cool that they put this mini soundtrack in the deluxe edition. Rebirth was composed by Masashi Hamazu and Mitsuto Suzuki. And if Remake is any indication, Rebirth's music is going to sound wonderful. This was a truly wonderful deluxe edition package. And I'm very glad to have it, and I'm excited to fully dive into it and dive into the game as well. For now, please enjoy this brief gameplay from Final Fantasy VII Remake featuring Cloud, Aerith, and the mini-boss Rude.
Don't take it personal.
I actually really like this encounter, even though I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't do very well in the beginning of this, but it only took me one try to get him, so I'm proud of myself for that. I thought one thing I like about this game is that, and really the series as a whole, is that you think you have a handle on what it is and what's coming, how to tackle combat encounters, where the story is going to go, and it just surprises you. Or is this just me making excuses for what happens? But now this is what I love, the hybrid battle system. Like, I can be in the air, he can knock me back, but I can transition really quick so that I can heal myself and then, recover. Now for this, I have another piece of gameplay, and I think I want to share that as its own video, but for this particular encounter, I really just wanted to main Cloud for it. I keep thinking that I have an opening, but he's good. This is why it's important to always be stocked up on supplies, I'm telling you. Or you'll get humbled real quick. And see, I don't think that I'm using operator mode properly. I'm going to figure it out. I know, the reason I keep pulling up on him is because I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to parry and get critical hits, but he's just able to come back, so. See, I got to just chill with Aerith. So we revived him. Yeah. Just got a duck.
Get ready. I'm feeling pretty weak.
Fight through it.
So that was
He's getting me. I'm watching this with you guys, so I'm kind of caught up in it. Just gotta be smart. Gotta use your resources wisely. I'm certain that there are players, and y'all might be watching, and that might even affect my views, but there are players out there that are probably fire with this, and I'm gonna get there. Because don't put all I gotta do is figure out the game. And although I am technically like 10 hours into the story, the first like 7.5 I did last summer before I started playing Final Fantasy 16. So just kind of is like a primer for it. So I'm trying to get reacquainted with it, and then I played a few other games too. So I'm not truly locked in on Remake yet. At the time that you guys are watching it, I am though. I will definitely have put in more hours by the time this has come out, and hopefully my skill is evident in the next gameplay video. But oh man, if you guys have played Rebirth, let me know in the comments for sure, because okay, yeah, see, it's time to quit playing. Because I keep exposing myself, and see, it's not doing it for me.
So it's my turn? That'll do! Can't keep eyes.
I barely escaped that too. There we go. You just gotta have a good offensive front, you know? And that's all you really need. This game is very obviously a built for PS4 game, but the enhancements that they've made have, I mean, even as a PlayStation 4 game, I'm playing this on PS5, but it's gorgeous, and I'm really excited to get into Rebirth because, you know, it's just made for the PS5, so I want to see how they take advantage of the hardware. But I mean, look at it. This is crazy. And looks like he's gonna dip. Am I not a good enough level yet to truly take him down? Like, what level is he in the landscape of everyone that's in this game? I'm level 19, I think, at this time.
Got somewhere else to be?
During this scene, so how does a helicopter just pull up and get him? Like, we must be underpowered to just let him get away. But they are. Well, she's a child for sure. They're teenagers, like, so maybe they still get a lot more. I don't know though. Cloud, like, he kind of gives me like early 20s. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or good beginning to your day. However, whenever this meets you, I hope it finds you blessed. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I can't wait to speak to you guys again with the next video. Be blessed.